Good morning. This is a recording for Wednesday, October 25. When we give voice to our hurt, it loses its stranglehold on our lives and our identities. It stops being the central character in our stories. Ultimately, the act of forgiving helps us create a new story. Forgiveness lets us become the author of our own future, unfettered by the past. But in order to begin to tell a new story, we must first have the courage to speak up. It is very human to want to retaliate, to feel anger, and to feel a profound sense of resentment toward those who have harmed us. When we share these feelings, however, when we give voice to our desire for revenge, our rage, and the many ways we feel our dignity has been violated, the desire for revenge lessens. There is some relief. Feeling this relief doesn't mean that there is no justice or that it was okay for someone to hurt us. It simply means we don't have to let our suffering make us perpetual victims. When we name the hurt, just as when we tell the story, we are in the process of reclaiming our dignity and building something new from the wreckage of what was lost. As we have already discussed at length in our previous series, many people are disconnected from their feelings and their own experiences. This is often the result of old suffering that has caused us to numb ourselves. For this reason, sometimes we must relearn how to feel. Reclaiming our ability to feel is essential for learning to forgive. Desmond Tutu recommends to spend a few quiet moments at the end of each day or the end of a week to take an inventory to see if you're holding on to any fresh resentment or harboring any new hurts. If you keep a forgiveness journal or any type of journal for that matter, that would be a great place for such reflections. When you take a few quiet moments to reflect, it's easier to feel if you are in pain. Often, we're not even conscious of the hurt, but once we take some time to listen in, we may find it has lodged itself in our body. Sometimes an unspoken hurt feels like anxiety or uneasiness in our belly or our heart. This could be a sign of fear. Sometimes the silenced pain is experienced as tightness in the chest or a feeling that tears are sitting very close behind your eyes. This may be the sadness or shame. If the body feels unusually tired or heavy, this can be depression. Any of these can be indicators that there is some work to be done and some hurts still to be named. We choose to heal and we choose to move forward by being brave and vulnerable enough to feel. While human emotions are universal, they often exist below our consciousness. The emotional regions of the brain, scientists remind us, are older than the intellectual regions of the brain. We had feelings before we could express them. And this is often still the case. We don't always have the vocabulary to express our feelings. The more conversant and comfortable you can be with your emotions, the richer your experience of life will be, and the more capable you will be of forgiving. So today, let's do the validation meditation again to remind ourselves that reclaiming our ability to feel is essential for learning to forgive. As always, take a comfortable position and take a few moments to settle. Settle into your body, into your heart, your mind. Settle into this moment, right here. right now. Allowing your breath to be nice and soft and comfortable. See if you can get a sense of spaciousness in your breathing so that all the sensations of the present moment, all the experiences, thoughts, emotions, can just flow through you as energy that they are, without struggle. Now go to your safe space. We've done this a few times already in this series, so you can simply go back to a space you already know, or you can choose to imagine a new one. Just note how it looks, sounds, what it feels like. If you feel you need a little more support, feeling safe, perhaps wrap yourself in your safety cloak. Now welcome back your trusted and affirming companion who you've already met and worked with in the past few days. Put one hand on your heart and the other hand on your belly. Take a deep breath, relax. Now bring to mind one of the situations or people you need to forgive. Right now, all you need to do is feel the hurt and name it. So notice what feelings arise and share these emotions with your trusted companion. Stay with the emotion. Don't let yourself slip into the he said, she said storyline. Experience how you feel and express how you feel about what happened. Remember, each of your emotions is completely appropriate and valid. There is nothing that needs to be hidden. Be completely open and honest with yourself. And hear your companion affirm the truth and the pain of your feelings. When you've heard and accepted this validation from your trusted companion, settle back in your place of safety and just rest here a little bit. Notice whatever you notice. Maybe there is some relief. Maybe there is more tightness. Whatever it is, own it. It's all good. Just being here, doing what you're doing, is enough. Trust your own process, your own timing. Now place your hands on your heart and send yourself the energy of loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and mind. May I feel safe, protected, at ease. May I know deep, natural peace. And as always, gently let go of the practice and notice what's going on for you right now, physically, emotionally, mentally. How are you really? As you go through your day today, I invite you to contemplate what we choose to move forward and heal our hearts. We do it by being brave and vulnerable enough to feel. Do you feel ready to connect with your vulnerability? Do you feel brave enough to feel through your hurts? Thank you so much for being here today. Have a gorgeous day. Tomorrow is Thursday with Lorna's breathing practice, and I will see you again on Friday.